What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for another Saturday Set Intentions day. I appreciate all of you who were able to chime in last week. Well, actually, nobody chimed in, but a lot of people viewed the video last week, and I appreciate y'all for being here. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, please hit the subscribe button. If you like the videos and the content that I'm putting out, please hit the like button. So that way I'll know what type of videos to put out on a more consistent basis. And I know that the Saturday Intentions was something that was really popular before I had took my hiatus from YouTube. So that's why I'm back here with them. This is not a normal or safe practice to drive while reading cards, oracle cards, tarot cards, whatever kind of cards you want to read. I used to read a book, child. I'm telling you right now. But that's not a safe practice. So do not do what I do. Do not do this at home. Okay. So here we go again. my throat chakra keep messing up. All right, so last week's intention, we were intentionally trying to do stuff to make us happy. Okay, let me tell you, I failed miserably, and I'm sharing with you that I failed miserably to let you know that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to not to get things right. It's okay to be sad at the fact that you didn't do it, unhappy at the fact that you didn't do it. But what we're not going to do is dwell in that misery. We're not going to dwell in those emotions. We're not going to dwell in that internal rage within ourselves. We're going to get back up and we're going to do it again. We're going to try again. Only thing that beats a failure is a try. Okay? So I let my two intentions last week was to, no, I had one. Yeah, two. I had two. Not to let anybody piss me off at work. As soon as I walked through the doors, I got pissed off. And I said if I did get pissed off, I was going to immediately snatch my joy back. That didn't happen. I stayed angry the entire time I was at work, child. The entire time. Because I had quickly forgot about what my intentions were. I pushed them aside. See, I should have just repeated in my head what my intentions are, and that probably would have made me feel better, okay? So, my second one was to get into my book so I could find a little happiness. I didn't do that either, but I did do something else in replace of it. I went and bought me another puzzle. If y'all know me, y'all know I like puzzles. I bought me a puzzle board. That's one of the first things I did. I bought a puzzle board to which store my puzzles. I posted up on YouTube, my other channel, that my puzzle board. So I sat there and organized the puzzle that I was already working on, and I feel pretty proud and particular about that. So this week, let's focus on being able to recognize when we are not walking in our intention. Okay, tomorrow there is a full moon. Oh, these cards are thick. Tomorrow there's a full moon happening. And with that full moon, we're supposed to be harvesting the intentions that we set from the previous month. It's like, say, sometimes you don't plant the seed properly. You don't water it, nurture it properly, which is what I was doing last week when I did not remind myself of what my intentions were supposed to be. So your harvest may not be as plentiful as you would like it to be. But that does not mean that you give up. It does not mean that you give up. It means that you try again next season. You may try with different fertilizers. You may try with different crop. You may try to plant things in a new location. So that's what we're going to do this week, is try to find different ways, different methods in which we can practice our intentions and maintain them. Okay? So I'm working with two different decks here today. There's nobody around me immediately, so that's why I'm shuffling. Two different decks here today. One of them is the Angel Wisdom Tarot. I normally don't read the messages at the bottom of the tarot of this deck, but I'm going to do it today and see what we have as our rolling message for our setting intentions for the day. It's that one. And then the Sign of the Times deck, which I was not that, here's the Angel Wisdom. That's the one we going with. And then the Sign of the Times Oracle deck, which I had my own personal opinions about the deck itself. I thought they were beautifully designed, but I just didn't see how they meshed would mesh well with the different other readings. But we finna find out today. There's gonna be some kind of message in here for us. So we are trying to figure out a way to try again, how to overcome those emotions that we need to overcome, overcome that guilt that we need to overcome, and try again. It's not necessarily that is our intention. That's the intention that we're setting. That's the intention that we're setting. And then we're going to try again. Every day. Try again. All right. So I'm going to do, is somebody in the street? It is. I'm pulling straight from the top. 3 cards. I need to get around whoever this is in the street, but this person to the left of me, come on now. Do what you got to do. They really should not allow them electric motorbikes in the street. They should be on the sidewalk like regular bikes. There's no bike lane here. That's what I'm saying. All right, so what we got? We got the King of Fire. So it's basically the King of Wands. Okay. The King of Wands tells us we need to be motivational and inspiring to ourselves. To be ambitious of ourselves. We got to have a desire. We got to have a want to do. Have you heard that saying before, that people do, especially in relationships, people will do what they want to do. If they really want to do it, they'll do it. They'll find a way to make it happen. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. The fact that I did not lean into my own intuitions to say to myself, girl, you're supposed to be happy right now. That it's a reflexive action that I took, but part of being in control of your own happiness and finding your own joy, which was what our intentions were last week, is being intentional to do so. So I needed to, be ambitious, be very passionate about that process, about that goal, and find whatever ways I could to make it happen. Take a leadership role is the next one. It says take a leadership role in your own life. This is about self. Taking control over our own life. Not allowing someone else to take our joy is being a leader for ourselves or within ourselves. There's more things on this card, but I'm not going to read them all, child. The next one is the Page of Pentacles. Study and be self-assured. Get into your spiritual self. Get spiritually aligned. I know my alignment has been off. Get spiritually aligned. Like sit into your prayer corner if you got one. I got a silent closet where I literally go into my closet and I sit there for at least 10 minutes and not say anything. Don't turn on any music. Don't look at my phone. I don't take my phone in there with me. I just sit there in silence, breathing in and out. I try not to think about anything. Whatever thoughts come to my head, they come, but I try not to focus on anything specific and become one with self. That's my silent closet, my closet time. Why are we doing this, child? Why are we doing this? That's my quiet time. I haven't did that in such a long time. I need to start doing that again. Okay? Time to get to work. That's another thing that's on this card here. A new area of study. If you're unsure on how to meditate, how to become one, how to pray, how to talk to your spirit guides, study it. Practice it till it becomes habit. Change lane, sister girl. And I got another Knight of Wands, Knight of Fires in this particular deck. I definitely need to get back in that lane because I forgot this lane is the one with all the bumpy bumps in the road. Bump, bump, bump. Big bump. Bump. Really big bump. Can I get over now? Get over now. Alright. Sometimes there's going to be bumps in the road. And you just got to drive around them. Either deal with them, learn how to deal with them, learn how to overcome them. And when you find a way out, you move over. Change lanes. It's another way to do so. So what is this night telling us? Be confident in self. Be confident in self. There's events requiring immediate action. And we are trying to immediately take action of our own selves. Take control of our own lives. Heal old wounds. Heal new wounds. Learn how to not procrastinate. That's a biggie for me. Stay focused. That's the next one. Stay focused. Let's learn how not to procrastinate. So in this particular time, we got very studious cards here. The knight is sitting on top of the king. He's sitting on top of his throne. The page is learning new things, finding new messages, learn how to spiritually connect. And then you got that knight chasing after it. Staying focused, staying content, moving forward. So that we can better be able to practice these intentions. So when we set them, they'll come to us with much more ease. What we got here going on, these little sign of the times cards. I'm putting them right from the top. I'm only going to do 2. It said bees and community. When I went through these cards before, I told y'all I didn't know why the world they was having this as for the bees. I look at coffee time as me time. Sometimes people can enjoy a good cup of coffee, calm the fuck down, relax, relate, and release. Now, if we want to talk about bees, I want to talk more about working hard over community. Because that's what we need to do in order for us to properly set intentions, is to work hard at them. Stay focused on them. Stay focused on our goals. Stay focused on setting our intentions. Now, if part of your goal was to hang out with friends more, enjoy time with people more, I think that was one of the intentions that we had last week. Find somebody that you like to kick it with and go kick it with them. Work on that community. Stay focused on building that community. Be intentional in your efforts of doing those things with your community. What would I have next here? Power lines. Energy. Power lines. Energy. If I was to read this as a reversal, because that's how it actually showed up, I would say that our energy is not where it needs to be. And I'm talking about our spiritual energy, our physical energy, our mental energy. It's not where it needs to be because we're steady beating ourselves up over things that we didn't get done. We need to change that energy. We need to change that energy. Bring it back into focus. Practice, practice, practice makes perfect. Well, there's no such thing as perfect. We're perfectly imperfect. We just have to accept that as well. But with practice, we can have a better flow of energy in our lives. A better flow of intentions being fulfilled in our lives. Things will start to connect. One pole at a time. One light pole at a time. And the energy that we bring, we will give to others. We'll be a conduit for it to flow through into others. And then we'll be able to accept and receive more positive energy into our lives as well. My friends at work, my co-workers, when I went into that situation where I was feeling pretty bad, feeling pretty down, one of my co-workers next to me just started singing randomly. She can't sing. It's off key. She might keep singing for real. I don't know. But when she sung that song, she was off key and she knew she was. But it was a way to give me back my energy. I leaned, my community was there for me and I didn't even realize that I was leaning on them. Everybody around me that's I'm like really connected to in the workplace, they just started making random ass silly jokes, doing funny dance movements to get me out of my headspace. And in the moment it was working, when I was paying attention to, when I stayed focused on them, it worked. But when I allowed myself to falter, when I allowed that situation that had long ended, because that happened the first 5 minutes I went to work. But when I allowed myself to reflect back on that situation, I changed my own energy. My power lines were down. There was no positive flow. So stay focused, practice, sitting in your intentions and setting them and moving forward with them. It's just going to take some practice. So if you were like me and you failed last week miserably in getting those intentions set, no matter how simple they were, it's okay. We doing it over again. See y'all in the next video. See you next week. Peace.